I screwed up. I did something really stupid and wasted a good amount of time. So you might be wondering, what did I do? Well, I recorded everything and then found out I did not record any sound. Hi and welcome, my name's TheNordicDane. Today we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Switch. You might be wondering why I am wearing this helmet right now, but that is as a shout out to my friend who gave me a Nintendo Switch for birthday and who also personalized my Nintendo Switch and also personalized the docking station with my logo and who also made me this Mandalorian helmet, and I just want to say thank you. I can be honest, I have never been a hardcore Nintendo fan. I have played a few games in my childhood like Pokemon, I have played Kirby, Wii Sports was a huge one for me, but otherwise I have never really indulged into the Nintendo games. I never played Mario Kart, I never played any kind of Mario game for that matter, and I never really got to do Zelda or any of the huge games that a lot of people know about and probably have played too. Personally, I owned a Game Boy, not a Game Boy Advance, but an actual black and white Game Boy, and that's where I had my first video game, which was the yellow game of Pokemon. I also owned a Game Boy Advance SP, but unfortunately that got lost, and I still, to this day, don't know where it went. It's just vanished. But now I am the proud owner of a Switch, and honestly, I am really glad for it. The Nintendo Switch came out in March 2017 and has since then sold around 80 million units. To compare, the PlayStation 4 sold 115 million units. So far, because my Nintendo Switch is pretty new, I have only gotten 2 games for it so far. I have the Let's Go Eevee, which is the game that my friend Kody bought for me. I will be making a separate video reviewing this game specifically, so remember to tune in again to find that. I got this Nintendo Switch about a month ago, and so far I have been playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee only. A good friend of mine also gifted me the Zelda Breath of the Wild, so that's the next game that I'm gonna play. When it comes to sound on this console, I remember with the PlayStation Portable, the sound was in a really bad quality and you can never really hear it, and honestly most of the time I used headphones because that was just better. But with the Switch, I really feel the quality is really good. I really like the Switch a lot. It has 2 speakers in the front, and if you want to, you can connect it to your TV through the docking station that is included if you buy the normal version and not the light version. This is my little gaming area. I have, of course, the Danish flag as well as several pictures of friends back home. But down here, excuse the mess, we have a little docking station. This docking station is also engraved by my friend with my official logo on it that he made himself. So when you want to play the Switch on a TV, you basically just take your portable Switch and you slot it in. Has a nice click to it. As you can see, it's both charging and automatically it will come up on the screen. And as you can see, when you slot it in, you get the Switch on the TV. So when you need to play, you basically unplug the remotes. You have this, and you basically just do it like that, and you have a brand new controller. This way you always have 2 controllers, one for you and one for your friend. The Switch also comes with a more natural joystick where you basically just, again, slot it in, and you have a controller. Because I've never played on anything else but Sony's PlayStations or my computer, the buttons are a little bit strange to me. Usually on a PlayStation you have the X down here where the B is located on a Switch, which is usually the select button, but on a Switch, the select button is the A button, which is up here, which is usually the circle button on a PlayStation, which usually makes you go back and not select. I cannot express how many times I still keep on pressing the wrong button, because in my head, I know where X and circle are located on a PlayStation, and so I basically just take that principle and put it onto the Switch controller, but they're switched, and that is so confusing. So when it comes to the console itself, it's actually pretty interesting because the screen itself is 720p, but if you want it up to 1080p, you simply just use the docking station, put it up on your TV, and it upscales it automatically. The console itself is mostly built for portability, so if you don't want to use the docking station, it has a built-in stand that you simply just unlock like that, and then you can put it on a table or wherever you want to put it in order to play. According to Nintendo, the battery life on this one is 4.5 hours to 9 hours depending on what you use it for, and so far I would say that's pretty consistent, and I will almost say that it's more closely related to the 9 hours rather than the 4.5. The graphics on this one is very special. If you're thinking about buying this and you think, hey, I heard that it can do The Witcher and that's gonna be amazing, I can play The Witcher everywhere. Yes, but there's a reason why Nintendo have made all of their games look the way that they do. All of their games have some sort of lower quality to it that is easier to render, so don't expect this to be of the highest quality when it comes to video games. So far, all of the video games that I have played, even the ones that are made to look realistic, still has that cartoonish version to it. So if, for example, the Pokemon still has that cartoonish version to it, and a lot of the characters in Pokemon look like they were taken straight out of Wii Sport. That being said, it kind of has its own charm to it. The way that they do the animations is kind of charming, and honestly, I like it. What's really cool about this is that besides charging it in the docking station, you can also charge it at the bottom using a USB-C. So for me, who uses an Android who already has USB-C, it's the same kind of cable to charge my Switch or my phone. The console also has a built-in Wi-Fi, so for example with Pokemon and when you wanted to do some trading, you simply turn on the Wi-Fi that's built in, your friend does the same, and then you basically can trade Pokemons through the Wi-Fi. Also, a thing to notice on this one is the amount of gigabytes that it has on it. It's not a lot, but that's why I bought a SD card, and I am really glad that I did that because I want this to be portable. The Switch was made to be portable and not to be stuck in my docking station, and so Breath of the Wild is something that I bought online on Amazon, and I simply just downloaded it from their store. So all in all, I am actually really glad that I got this Switch, and I did not know that I kind of needed a Switch. I would say that the Switch itself is definitely, without a doubt, at least 5 Viking helmets worth, and I almost want to say 6. The reason why I don't give it 6 Viking helmets is because of the limited amount of games. One of the things that I like about this Switch is that it's meant to be portable so that you can play with friends. The fact that you, from the beginning, get 2 controllers says something that they already had intentions from the beginning to make sure that you can play this with others. And besides that, you have a lot of video games like Mario Kart, the Mario Party, all of those which are basically focused on you and your friends to play together. But again, the problem is that the games are very limited and the gaming style is very limited. So for me, it can't reach those 6 Viking helmets, but I'm kind of okay with that.
Thank you so much for watching. Please go and click the subscribe button and go and follow me on Twitch. Here I stream a bunch of variety of games. And as always, be safe.